North Macedonia beat Germany 2-1 with goals from Goran Pandev and Elif Elimas.
Poor Germans being defeated by a 37-year-old former West Brom midfielder, Goran Pandev.
Hello and welcome back to the Off The Crossbar Podcast with myself, Regan Walsh, and my co-presenter as always, Brad. How are you on this Thursday afternoon?
I'm doing alright. The sun was nice while it lasted, I guess.
Yes, but I am absolutely jubilant. The international period is finally over until June. We can celebrate.
Insert non-copyrighted music, hopefully.
So the international fixtures finished yesterday, and England played Poland and won 2-1 thanks to goals from Harry Kane from the penalty spot and a header from Harry Maguire with 5 minutes remaining. Though there was a scare for a while, as it was 1-1 after Jakub Moder did equalise just before the hour mark for Poland. I told you it wouldn't be an easy England victory.
We got to give full credit to John Stones to try and make it a little bit interesting.
Yeah, only he could just make every England fan go back to hating him, thinking, oh God, we've gone back to 2017 John Stones again. But instead he turns good in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, and even Harry Maguire getting back on the score sheet, we really were back in 2018.
Yeah, honest to God, it was strange seeing them two link up for a goal.
It was just strange seeing people call him Slabhead again.
Unfortunately for Manchester United fans, if they've got this year's calendar, they get to look at him for the whole month as he's April's player of the month. But yeah, 3 wins out of 3 for Gareth Southgate's side. And the next time, like I said, will be for the actual Euros in the summer now.
Well, it'd be the friendlies before it, which I believe are Austria and Romania, unless one other one gets organised before then.
Or are they like the start of June?
Yeah, a bit like warm-up friendlies. They're not at Wembley.
I'm not going to watch them anyway because it's pointless. But yeah, once again, good performance from Declan Rice in midfield, Mason Mount as well. Both played really well, I'd say.
For me, they were the only two that could come out of this guaranteeing their starts.
Yeah, I think
like an overall majority saying, yeah, they're starters.
Yeah, 100%.
There's probably others in that list, but obviously not including Harry Kane because we know that's obvious.
Yeah, and I think people are starting to realise, okay, Mason Mount, this isn't just like he was good under Frank Lampard because he's been trusted, but he's actually a really good player, because if he's done it under Thomas Tuchel now as well, and he's doing it on a regular basis for Gareth Southgate, he actually has to be a half decent player rather than just this little wonder hype because he's getting games under Frank Lampard.
And we know why the hate, I guess it was drawn onto him in the first place. It was because he was being slightly made to be a scapegoat in the whole Grealish stuff when they were completely different players, and you can definitely play both.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like, you could literally play a starting 11 of Mount, Foden and Grealish in the same team.
Yeah.
Like that midfield three, ideally, in the most ideal world, would be Rice in that DM.
Yeah.
Then you have Mount as your number 8 floating all over. And then you put Foden in the more advanced role.
Yeah.
And then you have Grealish on the left with Sterling. I think we said this on Monday anyway, but it's easy.
But whether Southgate will make it that easy is another question.
No, because Calvin Phillips is probably starting.
Oh, for the love of God, please.
Just because it's all right against your Polands and all that, your mid-level lot, because you want to be a bit more secure defence. But it's against your Croatians, you've got to offer something.
100% you do.
We need to have as many creative options on that field from the start as possible.
Yeah,
then,
but you know...
Then you make the subs at the end when you start trying to secure the lead.
Yeah, but you know what Gareth Southgate's like. He won't do any of this. What we suggest.
We also admire that Gareth Southgate decided to follow the Dean Smith approach by making his subs after the 85th minute.
No, just having a quick look now. He 86 minutes when Reece James came on. 89th minute Phil Calvert-Lewin, and then Lingard came on just before stoppage. Or was it in stoppage time, or had they just entered it?
I think it was just before the stoppage time, the Lingard one.
Yeah, so it makes no sense as to why you'd make them that late on, considering you already had the lead. Right, the other home nations teams that played this week, their final game, Scotland beat the Faroe Islands 4-0 with goals from John McGinn scoring a brace, Ryan Fraser and Shay Adams. Northern Ireland, go on.
Question, where's this McGinn been all season?
I know. He's turned into an absolute midfield maestro over this international break.
Maybe we do need to play him like more further forward for us. Because if Grealish is the wide man now, you could easily play McGinn in like the attacking role.
Yeah.
Get him forward, allow him to score. You rejuvenate him.
Definitely so.
McGinn Esther coming back.
Northern Ireland played a 0-0 draw with Bulgaria. Wales beat Czech Republic 1-0 thanks to a goal from Dan James. 9 minutes from time. That was both teams played with 10 men. Patrick Schick got sent off early on in the second half of the Czech Republic, whilst Conor Roberts got a second yellow card 13 minutes from time in that game. And the Republic of Ireland, what did they play? I can't remember the Republic.
I think they played yesterday. But we know they lost a lot. Luxembourg, like not long ago, and I think they drew to Qatar.
Yeah, because it wasn't just like a random friendly they had.
Yeah, no, it was a draw. I just remembered it was a draw because they were unhappy about something afterwards.
Yeah, 1-1 draw. James McLean scored early on for Republic of Ireland, and then Mahmoud Muntari equalised for Qatar just after half time. Elsewhere, quick roundup. Azerbaijan lost 2-1 to Serbia. Portugal beat Luxembourg 3-1. That was despite going down 1-0 after 30 minutes, though. Goals from Diogo Jota, Cristiano Ronaldo and João Palhinha gave the Portuguese side the victory. Elsewhere yesterday, Belgium put 8 past Belarus in their group, in the same group as Wales. Netherlands got back to winning ways, put in 7 past Gibraltar. Norway beat Montenegro 1-0. Turkey and Latvia played out a 3-3 draw. Cyprus beat Slovenia 1-0. Croatia beat Malta 3-0. Slovakia beat Russia 2-1. Greece and Georgia played out a 1-1 draw. Spain beat Kosovo 3-1. Italy beat Lithuania 2-0. France beat Bosnia 1-0. Ukraine and Kazakhstan played out a 1-1 draw. Denmark beat Austria 4-0. Israel beat Moldova 4-1. Hungary beat Andorra by the same scoreline. Albania beat San Marino 2-0. Armenia beat Romania 3-2. Iceland beat Liechtenstein 4-1. And the surprise of this whole thing, North Macedonia beat Germany 2-1 with goals from Goran Pandev and Elif Elimas.
Poor Germans being defeated by a 37-year-old former West Brom midfielder, Goran Pandev.
What do you even say to...
You know exactly what you say. Oh, Scheisse.
Yeah. It's absolutely crazy how... what do you even say to that now about Germany?
Sack Joachim away.
Yeah. He's going at the end of this year.
It wouldn't even be the most surprising if we saw now just went on our phones and just checked. Oh, he's been sacked. Okay.
It's the time recording. He hasn't, but yeah, it's... I don't even know what to say.
That team is in the lowest place it's been for a while.
Yeah. There just seems to be no togetherness with it. It's so strange considering how good they used to be playing. They're looking at the lineup now. Yesterday, Ter Stegen in goal, Chan, Rudiger, Ginter, Kimmich, Cossens, Gundogan, Goretzka, Sane, Havertz and Gnabry. Was it yesterday? Go on.
Was what yesterday?
Was Timo Werner's horrendous miss yesterday?
It was in that game.
Jesus Christ, someone needs to tell him how to shoot the football.
I don't want to encourage a pile on because Sky have already done that by labelling the highlights Werner misses the sitter. Like, they're not even mentioning what the score was. Just
yeah.
clearly going for the clicks. There, them lot. But it was a shocker.
Oh, 100% a shocker. I tell you what he needs to go and do. Go watch some of the videos of the Chelsea women's team over the last few days and watch Sam Kerr and Fran Kerr who putting the ball into net or even putting it harder. They all know how to score rather than him.
Start training
That
with
is a
them.
man. Yeah, that is a man who. What is wrong with him? I genuinely.
Confidence thing in it is just lacking.
Yeah, massively, and you just gotta hope for his sake that over the off season he can find his shooting boots again and come good for Chelsea next season, as to what we was used to with him at RB Leipzig. But like we said, that is the end of the international break. Now until the summer, and we have a full set of Premier League fixtures to look forward to. Finally,
so beautiful.
Because we can't even say it's been short, because wasn't the last set of games only like 4 of them, because it was also FA Cup weekend before the international break?
I don't remember. It feels like this one has gone a lot more quickly, despite there being more fixtures.
I can't remember. Right, anyway, so what we have this weekend on Saturday is Chelsea West Brom and Leeds Sheffield United, and then the 2 big games to round off the day, Leicester versus Man City and Arsenal Liverpool. Sunday, Southampton play Burnley, Newcastle play Tottenham, Aston Villa play Fulham, Man United play Brighton, and then on Monday we have Everton Crystal Palace and Wolves West Ham.
Some spicy fixtures.
Yeah.
If I say so myself.
They do look really good. The only 2 games you'd say Chelsea and Leeds are just going to absolutely thrash them 2 teams.
Yeah, well, I can't predict thrashings anymore.
Well, yeah, true. And we said we're never predicting our Leeds game again, so we can definitely rule out trying to predict that one.
Well, actually, I've just read something in the Albion news. They've extended the contract of one of their most important members.
Who?
The Boilerman mascot.
Yay!
Yeah. The league's second best mascot, in my opinion.
After
the great Bella the Lion. Come on.
I don't have a particular favourite mascot. I don't think I ever will do. Yeah, like you said, very good.
Fred the Red.
I think in particular, I'm just not a fan of mascots. Seem
we all know Gunnosaurus is king, so just...
Right, is he still around?
Yeah, they hired him back. Remember, Mesut Ozil was paying his contract.
Yeah, but I didn't know whether this
Ozil was paying his contract.
Exactly. Is he still there? Well, yeah, like you said, we could definitely got some.
Could we get a chance on him for Gunnosaurus?
Anybody?
He's all right.
We need emergency letters to see if he's still all right. So let's pray that he's still in the job, which we might be able to find out on Saturday afternoon as they play Liverpool at the Emirates Stadium. So at 8 o'clock. Injury news, I haven't got a Solomon clue whether Liverpool have got anyone alive or...
But I don't think he's playing. So...
I mean, Jurgen Klopp could do with him. Forget Mikel Arteta, Jurgen Klopp needs him.
Can he play centre back?
He's big enough.
Harsh.
Heading will be a decent thing. Yeah, I don't even care who wins these games because both teams aren't doing anything this season. That game anyway. So
you United fans, they're not relevant anymore.
No, neither of them are relevant. I mean, Liverpool were in 7th place, and Arsenal were even lower than that in 9th. So definitely not relevant. However, the game beforehand is the one of very particular interest, which is Leicester City hosting Pep Guardiola's Manchester City at 5:30 from the King Power Stadium. I mean, every Man United fan's going to be supporting Leicester this weekend for this game.
Oh, your title race is over. Stop hoping. Just being with Leicester because their home form isn't what it has. Well, you'd expected it to have been from this season. They've been pretty poor, as have most teams this season.
Yeah, they've got the 7th best record at home this season, whilst they have the best away form in the league this season. which is very strange to see.
But then again, they are facing the team that are impending champions.
Yeah. And there was the news earlier on this week that Sergio Aguero would be leaving the Citizens this summer as a free agent after 10 years, is it, at the club?
Not that long, the year before the title.
Yeah.
The title season that obviously made that era of players, and he's the last one left.
Yeah. I mean, incredible talent, and even as a fan of football, you just got to say, what he's done to the Premier League is absolutely crazy. He scored over 250 goals in his time in the Premier League and has helped City in the most crucial of times. As you said, that title-winning season, literally the last kick of the game, when their first title in over 44 years.
He's immortalised for that alone. He didn't need to do anything else after that.
Yeah. It should be interesting to see who City replace him with, because obviously there's been the talk of Danny Ings, Erling Haaland, the obvious one of being Lionel Messi. It's interesting to see where Pep and that go.
We all know that Haaland and Ings thing is literally expectation reality.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Imagine if that happens.
Oh, Danny Ings, that man. He would just look away. It's like a FIFA transfer from like when you just started simming on career mode for a certain amount of years, and you just see Man City sign Danny Ings for like 50 million. You're like, hang on, what's gone here? Absolutely crazy. But yeah,
I'm surprised that Danny Ings being worth 50 million, let alone signing him.
Oh, true point there. Yeah, two very good games to end Saturday afternoon on, and then.
Actually, if I could add, well, I just want to say that if only the stakes were higher in Leeds and Sheffield United, because that's a very tasty Yorkshire derby.
Yes. Like we said before, Sheffield United don't really have anything to play for, just pride now, because we all know they're resigned to going down to the Championship next season. Leeds United, again, a team that don't have anything to play for. They're not challenging for Europe. They're not threatened by relegation. They're just going to coast along for the rest of the season. I think unless they have like a massive blip where for the rest of the season they don't win a game and somehow go down, which I don't see happening.
Their aim now is to just finish ahead of the team who play Fulham, and our next games on Sunday is Villa Fulham.
Yes. So Jack Grealish has been back in training this week and obviously potentially back in the team for this weekend. How happy are you?
So beautiful. He looks beautiful.
I mean, how many games was it now? He's missed 8 to 10, is it?
But it
feels like it.
It was a whole month. Which I said at the start, it's not going to be a month. Don't listen, they're all lying.
Oh, he'll be back for the game at the weekend.
He'll be back, he's fine.
I mean, you didn't specify which weekend, but you did say he'd be back at the weekend.
I'm not wrong.
Does that give you a bit more confidence heading into this one?
No.
Well, yeah, considering how well Fulham are doing, and
I'm just worried. I just hope this international break is like reset everything.
Yeah, Dean Smith and JT have been in.
What happened the last time Grealish came back from a long-standing injury?
You won promotion?
Well, that was the one thing, but what was the main crux of that?
You went unbeaten.
We went on a 10-game winning streak. And how many games are left?
For Villa, 10.
Yep.
And
Champions League, here we come.
I mean, technically, you could, if Man City and every other team was to lose every game for the remainder of the season, Aston Villa was to win, Aston Villa can still technically win the league on goal difference.
Don't be silly.
It's not going to happen.
Don't be silly.
Said,
even I'm not ambitious.
Yeah, but yeah, otherwise it is mathematically impossible. However, another team that are still technically in the league title challenge is Manchester United, and they play Brighton and Hove Albion after the Aston Villa game.
Just give it up.
I'm not saying I've got hope that United will win the league, but it's still technically there.
We're looking to finish top 4. Where are you all are going?
Oh yeah, I don't even know what's going to happen. No news on whether De Gea is back. I think he should be back for this game after missing the last 3 or 4 due to his wife giving birth to a child. Don't know the injury status on Anthony Martial as well, as he went off for France the other day.
So also with Rashford as well. It's another
Yeah.
one.
Though I think he should be fine because he has obviously missed all of this international break. So there's
Most
fingers
pointless
crossed.
call up.
Yeah. I mean, there's been pointless call-ups and then there's that. But yeah, I think United should comfortably win that one against Graham Potter's side and then get the 3 points needed. Good games even on Easter Monday. Everton Palace should be quite entertaining. And then Wolves West Ham to finish off the weekend.
Yeah, some nice fixtures for the first club football back since the whatever the hell that international break was.
Annoying international break. That's what that was.
And something else I could encourage as well. The Championship is now starting to get in its hot run in the last month of action.
The Championship is always good this month.
It's from this point
days.
I really start taking interest in the Championship now because it just can't call it.
Yeah, so we've obviously got games on Good Friday and Easter Monday this week. So on Friday, and there's one game on Saturday, you got Bournemouth Middlesbrough, Bristol City Stoke, Cardiff Nottingham, Derby Luton, Millwall Rotherham, Preston Norwich, QPR Coventry, Watford Sheffield Wednesday, Wycombe Blackburn, Barnsley Reading, Birmingham Swansea, and then on Saturday Huddersfield Brentford. Like you said, this time of the season, about 8 games left or so for some teams. It's just
if you don't, Rotherham have 12 of them left because they've just not been playing at all. They've had 2 COVID breaches. Not breaches, breaches is the wrong word. They've been affected in the camp twice.
Yeah.
Which raised questions, and there was like points deduction talks.
But yeah, it's close at the bottom. Anyone?
But who knows? Well, at the end of this month, I could be a very smug person.
Birmingham City go down, basically.
I can dream.
Just think, 10 years from winning the League Cup, they get relegated to League One. That would actually be quite funny.
If it happens, it happens.
And at the top of the table, you got to say Norwich are running away with the league.
It's no surprise that they're the biggest yo-yo club in the country.
Yeah, definitely. And then Ben Foster and co at Watford are doing really well as well. I think they're on a 5 or 6 game unbeaten run.
I want them to win the playoffs, just for the vlogs.
Just for extra vlogs.
Just for the Wembley celebration vlogs, if there's a fan attendance.
Which they potentially could be, because I know they've said that it's going to be fans for the FA Cup semi-finals.
Yeah. Well, I think it's only the one they're doing. I don't know which one. It's whichever one is more easier to do in terms of travel.
I don't know what that would be.
I don't think they actually confirmed which one it would be, but I would rather. It's difficult. It's very difficult with them because Chelsea is obviously London-based, which would make it easier.
Yeah.
And do Man City have enough fans outside of Manchester?
Do Manchester City have fans?
They have enough fans in Manchester.
Yeah, let's get not outside of Manchester, inside of Manchester first. Do they have enough fans?
Have they but my question was, have they accumulated enough glory hunters yet?
Oh God, yes, of course they have. As soon as Pep Guardiola took over, they gathered enough.
It would be more easy to do if it was Man United against Chelsea.
Oh, true, as they always say.
Because they're all from London.
Just about to say that, but yeah, going back to the Championship, like you said, these last 7 or 8 games, absolutely great running, and it is close who will go up, who goes down, and what happens with everyone else.
We'll definitely keep an eye on it.
Definitely keep an eye on it, and we'll bring you more updates for about the last few games of the season. Right, onto the women's football now, and my God, has it been a busy week.
Anything not happened?
No. So we've had Champions League action this week. Chelsea played Wolfsburg yesterday and won 3-0 thanks to goals from Fran Kirby, Sam Kerr and Pernilla Harder to make them win 5-1 on aggregate and go through to the semi-finals. And Manchester City, they beat Barcelona 2-1 on the day but lost 4-2 on aggregate. Samuels and Janine Becky did score for Gareth Taylor's side. However, it wasn't enough after they lost 3-0 in the first leg, which is absolute credit for them to bringing it close in the second leg, but Barcelona have been an absolute different animal this season, and
Because did we nearly see a Liverpool-style comeback from Man City?
close. But I think once Asia Ashola scored that goal for Barcelona, he just made it even harder than for Man City to get back into it.
It would have been the easiest headline ever. We could say, well, the comeback defeats are fully ingrained in this mess of a football club.
Yeah. Yeah, there's still PSG versus Lyon got cancelled due to a lot of cases in the Lyon camp, and there's been four more today as of time of recording.
Because France seems to have been hit again.
Yeah, massively. Yeah, as they've entered a new lockdown over there. And Bayern Munich play Rosengard later on today, on Thursday, as time recording. They have a 3-0 lead in that one. There was obviously big news yesterday on Wednesday that Arsenal manager Joe Montemurro will be leaving after 3.5 years at the North London club at the end of this season to go back home to Australia to spend time with his family. He said he made the decision back in February, but only told the players yesterday. So they still have 5 more games left this season, including this weekend where they'll play Bristol City at Twyton Park.
So is that you obviously have a support for Arsenal. Was it shocking?
It's one of them where it's kind of surprising that he has announced it, because there was many fans that aren't obviously massive fans of his tactics and how he plays at times. But I think I was expecting more a second would have happened. Not this season necessarily. Maybe if they don't get Champions League, possibly. But yeah, it is a surprise because I mean, in his time there, he's had 82 wins, 6 draws, and 22 losses, and only won the Women's Super League once, which was in his first full season there. But yeah, it was a bit of a surprise to have that news come out yesterday. I don't think anyone was expecting it, to be honest.
Yeah, and it seems that he's gone out in his own terms in the right fashion, I guess.
Oh yeah, 100%. And definitely wasn't one of them that Arsenal were going to get rid of him. It didn't seem, but
and you understand his reasons for leaving as well.
Oh yeah, I mean, 3.5 years away from your family, and obviously this past year isn't have been easy for him because obviously of the lockdown and not being able to travel anywhere. So that's what's made it even harder for him. Be interesting to see who Arsenal do get in as their next manager. And they said
Champion level's not available.
Yes. However, you can actually apply for it if you have a UEFA A license, because they're advertising it on their club website.
Shame you're not qualified then.
Yes. Earlier on this week, Hegarisa announced the England Lionesses squad. 24 players called up for their 2 games against France and Canada. However, there possibly could be that France game cancelled, as it is meant to happen in 8 days from now. And obviously with all the stuff that's going on in France, there possibly could be the postponement of that, and it could just be like an inter-friendly between the England sides.
I mean, I've seen nothing of football games, but if they're obviously travelling to France, that would make it a bit more boring.
Yeah, they are. That's the thing. So I think it's going to be one over the next few days, definitely to keep an eye out on, because France have announced their squad for their games, but like you said, with this new lockdown and positive cases coming out in France, it seems like it could potentially be postponed. But the squad is as follows: Karen Barsley, Sandy McGeever, Ellie Robert, Carly Telford as the 4 goalkeepers. Defence of Millie Bright, Lucy Bronze, Neve Charles, who gets her first full call-up and could potentially make her debut. Rachel Daly, Alex Greenwood, Demi Stokes, Millie Turner, who could also make her first England cap for Hegarisa, Leah Williamson, Lotta Vubben-Moy, Fran Kirby, Jordan Nobbs, Jill Scott, Georgia Stanway, Ella Toon, Kira Walsh, Beth England, Lauren Hemp, Chloe Kelly, Beth Mead, and Ellen White. For me, I don't understand why she's got 4 keepers in this, especially Karen Bardsley and Carly Telford. They don't even play for their clubs.
Yeah, yes.
I don't know. Very strange as to why Hegarisa's done that, but she's obviously done it for actual reasons. On Wednesday evening, I think it was, FIFA announced the 10 cities that will play host to the 2023 World Cup, and they are Adelaide, Auckland, Brisbane, Dunedin, Hamilton, Melbourne, Perth, Sydney and Wellington. Obviously the tournament being played across Australia and New Zealand, so that is something to look forward to. And we do have a full set of fixtures to look forward to in the WSL this weekend. Starting off on Saturday between Reading, West Ham, and then Sunday you have Chelsea, Birmingham, Everton, Aston Villa, Tottenham, Man City, Bristol City, Arsenal, and Brighton and Hove Albion versus Manchester United. So both Manchester United are playing Brighton this weekend.
What are the chances?
Yes. So definitely something to look forward to, as this is the last set of fixtures before the international break.
Should we get to... I say we do the predictions league for now.
Yeah, I was about to hand it over to you for the predictions league, actually.
Oh, again, what are the chances? You'd think we planned this year.
Only partial. So, 6 games, 3 in the Premier League as always, and 3 random leagues. A reminder that you're on 98 points and I'm on 125 heading into this weekend's fixtures. So
Right.
far away.
The end of season comeback is on from now. We start with Leicester versus Manchester City.
Leicester, Man City. I'm going to go 2-1 to Man City.
I predict.
A riot?
Just it's not funny.
Sorry, I just had to do it.
I instead pick 2-2.
The old Desmond has came out early this week.
I predict Kelechi Iheanacho haunts his old club.
Wow.
In the week Aguero announced he's leaving, Kelechi Iheanacho does a little wave towards Pep Guardiola.
Oh, that really would be incredible.
What's to stop them trying to sign him? He'd be a nice option for him.
Probably cost them about 50 million to get him back, because didn't Leicester pay?
It's a lot cheaper than what they'd be paying on Haaland.
True.
And more worth it than Ings.
Yes.
But anyway, predictions league. Arsenal, Liverpool.
I have no idea what to say for this one.
Well, it's not at Anfield.
Yeah, but that means nothing because Arsenal is just as bad at the Emirates Stadium.
It's just as shit at home, right?
I'll go with a 1-1 draw. Hopefully Aubameyang sorts his hair out by then, because that fucking hair that he's got is awful.
Christ almighty. I want to know what bet he lost.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know, I'll also say 1-1.
Okay. Final game from the Premier League.
We have the pointless clash now, it looks like, between Southampton and Burnley.
From St Mary's.
Yep.
I'm going to say Sheridan is going to continue his international form, and the Saints win 2-0.
I wouldn't even call it international form.
I mean, did he score?
He was on form before it was 1 goal in the international break. Calm down. Mickey had 3 of them.
One of them was an absolute worldie as well.
He only scores worldies.
True.
2-0 Southampton.
Do you want to copy me any more this weekend?
God, wasn't even listening when you said you don't know. I didn't realise it was the same one.
Yes. Okay. So what are the 3 European games we've got this week?
Yeah. Number 1, it had to be first versus second in the Bundesliga. Red Bull Leipzig and Leipzig.
Here at home.
It is in Leipzig.
Yeah, just so I make sure I write it down correctly. So, well, with the injury news that Robert Lewandowski is set to miss a month for Bayern Munich, I'm still going to go Bayern 2-1.
Bayern are certainly not a one-man team.
Yeah.
They will win 3-1. You don't know how much I wanted to say 2-1.
Yeah, I know I had a feeling he was going to say 2-1 as well.
I mean, there's no one to stop me saying 2-1.
Well, there is now, because I've written it down and you can't change. Game number 5.
Yeah. Well, it should go ahead. Obviously, nothing to say it won't. But PSG take on Lille this weekend.
I mean, if it does go ahead, which I think all sporting, as of time recording, all sporting fixtures in France are still going ahead, I'm going to go with 3-1 PSG. Oh, change that because I've written 33-1, and I don't.
Then you
think
can't change it.
No, I had 33-1 and I meant
Exactly, you've just changed it.
yeah, but I said 3-1. I never said it would be 33-1, did I?
He's just admitted to cheating on the podcast.
It's not cheating. I just accidentally double clicked 3.
That's what they all say. But
If PSG score 33 goals in one game, then Jesus Christ, I'd be worried.
this isn't the women's team.
They wouldn't or haven't.
Depends who they're playing.
True.
Also 2-1 on this one.
Okay, and the final game.
2 PSG, I never made it clear. 2 PSG.
Yeah, I had written it down as to PSG anyway. I kind of had a feeling you meant PSG would win.
Final game. Bit more out there. But it is in Italy.
Okay.
Because this weekend is I believe it is the Turin derby between Torino and Juventus.
Well, I mean, that is a derby.
It's the Turin derby, I didn't know what it was specifically.
And considering Juventus are called Juventus Turin and Torino is in Turin.
I thought it had a different name.
Nope, literally just called the Turin derby.
Right. Prediction.
I think Juve will win. I'm going to go 4-0 to Juventus.
Fuck me.
Why?
Oh no, don't.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to, obviously, but why?
Oh, they need that out. Christ.
What was your big shock of my scoreline?
I know Torino are near the bottom, but Juventus ain't beating anyone 4-0 lately.
No, Ronaldo's still angry after throwing his armband on the floor. He's going to score goals.
Well, his team are only going to win this one 2-0.
Okay. Interesting results we have and predictions. So let's hope we can do well towards the end of the week, which we'll recap next week at the start of it. Right, so we also have the Champions League back next week, which we'll talk about as well on next week's show. And apparently, Real Madrid.
It's all coming thick and fast enough, I love it.
Yes, apparently Real Madrid have confirmed that Ramos has suffered a muscle injury whilst on international duty for Spain.
Oh no! How are we going to get the Sam and Ramos revenge?
No, don't worry. He'll be fit for
He'll find a way.
Ramos would play with one leg if he could.
Yeah. Which is what he's going to make Salah do by the end of that game.
Well, yes. Right, so it's on to Did You See That Now?
Oh, he missed it! I do not believe what I've just seen! Very interesting! Oh! Something weird is going on. Shit! Did you see that?
It's the part of the show where we find the weird and wonderful stories from around the world of football that you may have missed. And I have one this week, and I've got to give courtesy to the Football Ramble for this post. And it
Great
is
podcast.
Yeah, it's also a great podcast. And it is Serbian defender Uros Vitas has got a tattoo. Now you're going to be like, okay, nothing too strange about it. Someone having a tattoo, is there?
See, I've missed this.
However, it's what the tattoo is of, and I'm going to show Brad now.
Oh,
it's
it's that one.
It's of his wife's face on the side of his body.
See, I'd already seen it was the TikTok of someone making it move.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It's
wrong.
It's the creepiest thing I've ever seen. Just, yeah, I don't know what to say.
They get divorced now.
He's just going to have it on him. Oh, why?
Wait, is there like a visual metaphor in that she'll never leave his side?
Well played.
Quite literally, no, she will.
That was a brilliant play on words. I'll give you that. But yeah, Jesus Christ, that was definitely one of the weirder photos I've seen.
What goes through some people's heads? Do you know what? I'm gonna get my wife's face on the side of my body.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't even.
Go into the guy in the tattoo place. Yeah, mate. I want this. What you do in that moment?
I have no idea.
Did you tell him get out? And you just don't do it.
Here's a nice wholesome story that I've just came across. So it's to do with Richarlison of Everton, and it's 7-year-old Everton fan Charlie, whose favourite person is Richarlison, begged his mum to walk past the Brazilian's home star so he could take a look. The youngster spotted Richarlison in the window and began waving at him. As the little boy and his mother were ready to head off, the Everton star told him to wait and bringing him a shirt. He came down with the shirt, signed it and posed for a photo with the kid, which is very nice of the Brazilian.
It's nice. Not COVID safe right now, but it's very nice.
Jesus, he's gone fully bald again, by the way.
Yeah, fair play to him. Can we get to as the end point of this show, this fantastic story from Don Fabrizio?
Go on then, I'll allow you to run with it.
Oh, man thinks he's still in April Fool's by the looks of it. So, what's this road that the Barcelona now supposedly in the Erling Haaland route?
Yeah. I don't see. Well, I thought they didn't have the funds for.
How can we have one point where they say, yeah, they can't afford him, so now, yeah, we're going to sign Erling Haaland?
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. So what the story is, if you have missed it, is apparently Erling Haaland's agent Mino Raiola and his father Alfie Ginga are in Barcelona to meet with Barcelona president Joan Laporta about a possible move to the Spanish side, potentially in the summer. Nothing's been agreed as of yet, or anything is just...
Or probably ever will.
Oh, yeah, true. He's just, once again, gone over to talk about a potential move and what Barcelona would potentially offer Haaland should he go.
This is weird enough. It's weird enough seeing Mino Raiola come out of his shell when it's not an international break. The international break's over now. Get lost.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see it happening personally.
No, we went through this. There's only like 2 or 3 clubs that can realistically sign him.
Yeah.
Even in these times.
100% agree with you there. But you never know. It's just one that we're going to have to wait and see. But a reminder that his £75 million release clause doesn't come into effect until next summer. So
that's going to be irrelevant.
Yeah, you're going to have to wait and see what Borussia Dortmund's asking price is. I've seen some say as high as 150 million.
I generally I think whether I misread it, but it was something like to do with Man City trying to sign him. It was like some 600 million package or something.
Yeah.
With wages like, fuck off.
That's just not going to happen.
You know? And then it was quite funny. It was how they're going to sign Grealish as well for 100 million. Middle finger.
Just make up absolute rubbish, honestly. Some of these reporters do.
Like last year it was Grealish to Man United. This season it's going to be Grealish to Man City.
Yeah. I mean, I could understand Grealish to Man United like last summer. That made a bit of sense, especially if Villa were going to go down before they stayed up. That's what I was on about.
Well, you can dream.
But yeah, it's not going to happen anymore.
Yeah, because Villa are bastards from holding him, to sign for his boyhood club.
Exactly. But yeah, I don't see Haaland joining Barcelona. But yeah.
Well, then again, if FFP is getting removed,
well then yeah, that can be easy for that to happen.
Yeah, blow your load, lads.
Exactly. Right. Any more news, or is that your lot?
It appears to be the lot.
Right. Like I said, we'll be back at the start of next week to round up all the international. Fucking hell! What am I saying? International? The international breaks.
See, I knew you were a big fan.
We'll be back to round off the Premier League fixtures and anything else that happens around the world of football, and have a look back at our predictions league. And until then, make sure you like, comment and subscribe if you're listening to on YouTube. Download us if you're listening to it on Spotify, and give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts, and follow us on Twitter as well. And until Monday, it's goodbye from me and goodbye from my co-presenter Brett.
Remember, we need to know if Gunnosaurus is still at Arsenal.
Yes. And until next week, we'll see you soon.